Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another live stream. Today, I've got a match that we has already happened. So they sent me the recording. I'm going to live stream the recording, and we're going to add a little bit of our flair onto it. So this is going to be the round one matchup between Derek and Nick. Um, we can go ahead and take a quick look at their fleets, and then we'll get right on over to the video itself, which I'll still provide live commentary to. I haven't seen it yet, so it'll all be uh, done right here with you guys. So we're looking at Derek's build first. He's got what he calls his money goblins here. Uh, he's got the scimitar with the Riemann. It's a Riemann Warbird, 6274, very formidable ship. When attacking, if the ship is cloaked, place an Ox power token besides this ship. Do not flip your cloak token to its red side. And then we've got Lurin here, who you do not pay a faction penalty when you equip this card or Ferengi upgrade to this ship. Ferengi upgrades equipped to the ship cost -1 SP. Place 2 Gold Press Platinum tokens on this card. So definitely getting some Gold Press Platinum GPLT token movement here to make the Scimitar even more formidable than it already is. On top of that, we've got a copy of Ferengi Photon Torpedoes here. The attack value of this weapon is the ship's primary weapon value, which in this case is going to be 6. Place 2 time tokens on this card and target an opposing ship. Place an Ox power token besides the target ship. Then you got Bridge Officer here, who's going to help kind of rescue the photon torpedoes here. When you are instructed to place time tokens on one of your weapon upgrades, place one less time token than required. This upgrade costs +2 SP for any non-Romulan ship, and no ship may be equipped with more than one Bridge Officer upgrade. So it allows you to split those 2 time tokens between those cards, so you're able to save Ferengi Photon Torpedoes that way. Moving on to the next ship in the fleet, you've got Chang's Bird of Prey. One of the good old ships that definitely is getting some uh, new play because of the way we did the recosting with Spud's recostings. So, if you attack with photon torpedoes while cloaked, you do not flip your cloak token over to its red side. So definitely want to stay cloaked if you're going to be targeting or attacking with photon torpedoes, which that's a lot of what Derek likes to do. And then of course you got Chang on Chang's Bird of Prey, so that makes sense that he would have that there. Uh, During the activation phase, if your ship is cloaked, before you move, you may perform an additional sensor echo action with a 1 forward template as a free action. If you do so, you may still perform a normal sensor echo action after you move during the perform action step. So getting some free sensor echo actions here since Chang's Bird Prey wants to be cloaked. And then you've got Admiral Gavron here, who's going to give yourself a battle stations token, and then you get to do a free action if it's assigned to a Klingon ship with a Klingon captain, which it is. Then you got Klingon cloaking device. When defending, if the ship is cloaked, convert 1 blank into an evade, and then during the end phase, you can place 3 time tokens on this card and flip the cloak token over to its green side, which is not something you're going to see with this ship. This Klingon cloaking device is mainly here for the when defending portion of the card. And the reason I say that is because we've got 2 copies of Ferengi Photon Torpedoes here, which enables Chang's Bird Prey to remain permanently cloaked. Notice it doesn't need a target lock to fire. It is range 1 to 3. That's why these torpedoes are formidable for the cloakers to have. So place 2 time tokens on this card, and you get to target an opposing ship and put an Ox power token beside him. And then you got Worf here for some very, very nice blank to hit conversions. So definitely passive when cloaking. As we said already, Chang's Bird of Prey wants to be permanently cloaked. So that's kind of where Worf wants to be. And then we got the IKS Takoji here. Katinga class, free action, perform a sensor echo action, even if the ship isn't cloaked. If the ship is cloaked, you may use a 3 straight maneuver template for this action. Again, giving this ship a lot of maneuverability to get around some things. And then we've got The captain, which is the animated core. When attacking, if this ship is cloaked, place 2 time tokens on this card. This ship rolls +1 attack dice, and the cloak does not flip during its attack. If this card is equipped to a Klingon ship, it also adds a hit. So we've got a lot of firepower coming from core, as this ship also wants to remain cloaked. We've got an advanced weapon system, which you can disable during your attack to remain cloaked. Another copy of Ferengi Photon Torpedoes here, along with Kolana. Kolana is going to save those Ferengi Photon Torpedoes, making you place 1 less time token on them, so you pretty much get them every single round. And then we've got Klingon Helmsman here. Place 2 time tokens on this card and perform a scan action as a free action, giving the Klingons a rare scan token. Going over to Nick's build here, we got a Gorn starship, Gorn Raider, captained by Khan Singh. This would be the Gen Con promo, so he's going to be looking for the highest captain skill on the board and changing his captain skill to meet it. And then we have a copy of Life of Piracy. This ship may start the game within range of a planet obstacle, or within range of at least 2 non-planet obstacles. Gain the ability based on the printed faction symbol of the ship. That's not going to be really in play here, so use the Life of Piracy for that first half again. Then you got Gorn Sensors, which is going to double the range combat bonuses on the Gorn Raiders, but also if it attacks with a secondary weapon, it adds range bonus to those secondary weapons. And then you've got Disruptor Bombardment here. So place 3 time tokens on this card, place a mission token within range 1 to 2, and target all of the opposing ships within range 1 of the mission token. And then you make a separate attack roll against all of those. Again, that attack is not obstructed by planets or obstacles. And discard the mission token after the attacks are made. So lots of mass attack here. Then you got Tasha Yar, who's going to give you a little bit of conversion, will allow you to reroll some of your dice. His second ship in the fleet is a Romulan science vessel. We've got Jean-Luc Picard at the helm. Place 2 time tokens on this card and target all friendly ships, and give all friendly ships a battle stations token. So he's definitely going to be the quintessential support ship here. You've got Lure that's going to target a ship and change its maneuver during the planning phase. And then you got a copy of Cloaked Minds, which Nick's going to place to kind of do some board control. And then you have Ezri Dax, who is going to pair well with Jean-Luc Picard, making Jean-Luc Picard place 1 fewer time token on his card, making it so that you can run Jean-Luc Picard every single round. And then you got the Gressrail as the third ship here, with the ability that you can modify the attack dice step by disabling a shield and canceling a hit or a crit. Comes in handy more often than I realized. I flew the ship a lot. Definitely comes in handy when you need it. You've got Carr, who is going to give you a +1 attack dice if you have a higher captain skill. And then during the attack, when attacking, you also get to reroll 1 dice twice. He's got a talent skill of 10 here, so we got Goldemar, who's on the ship that's bumping him up. Another copy of Life of Piracy, another copy of Gorn Sensors and Disruptor Bombardment, and then you got Goldemar, who is being used to pull Carr's captain skill up. And then you got Belana Torres. When attacking, if the ship may reroll 1 blank, the defending ship is Dominion ship. You may also convert a blank into a hit. Again, using this for pretty much her first half. So between Carr and Belana, you get to reroll at least 2 blank dice. The first one up to 2 times, this one just once. And then the fourth ship in his fleet is another Gorn Raider. He's got Captain Ricard. You do not pay a faction penalty when equipping this card or any Romulan crew upgrades to this ship, to this Federation ship, I should say. And then when attacking with a secondary weapon, you may reroll 2 blanks. If that upgrade is a non-Romulan weapon, roll +1 attack dice. So he's going to get +1 attack dice for each disruptive bombardment he does, and he gets to re-roll up to 2 blanks with Ricard. Definitely a very underutilized captain in this kind of fleet setup. I'm kind of glad that Nick brought this combo up to the forefront. And notice he's also Captain Skill 10, or he's getting boosted by Navala here. We got a copy of Gorn Sensors and Disruptor Bombardment on this ship as well. And that is the end. So let's get on over to the table, and we will get this going. All right, here we are.
Oh, good. This does have the
There we go.
3 echo, which is good because I'm actually going to need the 3 echo for what's this?
All right, I'm going to turn his
oh,
volume down a little bit.
I'm not even going to pretend.
Now, has that nudged the planet? It has,
Whoa.
hasn't it? Yeah,
There we
to
go.
cog. Let's go with to cog.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm only up to like lesson 4 or 5 on Duolingo. But I keep revisiting the normal stuff to keep my streak, so I know those beginner words real well, but the other stuff, it's hit or miss.
I can say kapla, and that's about the extent.
I find it very funny that Klingons have a word for wolf.
I mean, is it not just like their version of a targ?
No, because targ is a different word.
Oh.
One of the phrases it teaches you is the wolf and the targ knock foreheads.
Okay.
Their word for wolf, I believe, is navyao.
Yep, you're
So that's fun.
very educated in Klingon.
The thing that throws me with Klingon is their grammar is all over the place.
Well, it's questionable how well thought out it was. I think they started making the Klingon language in like what, the 80s? During
They made it. They made it for the motion picture. James Doohan made it. Scotty made it.
which is 79, or is that, or is we still talking the 80s for motion picture? I can't remember.
It might have been very early 80s. It was close. I think the Next Generation happened within the first 3 movies, so it was close to the 80s if it wasn't the 80s.
Okay, so I guess we have to roll off for initiative first.
Second, I think Lurin needs 2 Latinum. That's the other thing. This is one of the lowest Latinum games I've ever played.
That is true. I've played Derek quite a bit, and he
Oh,
typically
that's why. Can you promote me so I can copy paste stuff?
Oh yeah, there we go. Sorry about
he
that.
typically brings
I'm
a
sitting
good
here
amount
wondering
of
why my
Latinum.
copy paste isn't working. There we go.
Aha. Okay, I've just noticed the dice are different. I think it.
About to say, yeah, you've got some jeweled dice.
That's
Oh
because
yeah,
the dice are
that's
scaled
my custom
differently.
dice, but I think I'm gonna have to. I think in the interest of this game, because I think these new dice have extra coding in, I'm gonna scrap my dice. Unless I can, hang on. No, I can just do this actually. Custom.
Those look like some of my old Magic the Gathering dice that I first bought, the green ones. Which is to say a D20 and a D10.
Oh god, it's going to take me ages to find it. Never mind. I will use the standard dice for today. So... Right. Roll in.
Yep. Move these back a little bit.
Ooh, I think I might be winning initiative. Only just though. 3 against 2.
Yeah, I'll take this loss if it means I get to win later.
Wow.
Alright, so it looks like Nick's starting with initiative.
Yeah, that's true.
Lower his volume down.
If my shields come into play, something terrible has happened.
Alright, so it looks like Nick is going to be placing a planet.
And place it. There. Cool.
Alright, so you only have... Okay, you've got them. 2 of the piracies or 3?
2. and you can distinguish the different Gorn by the one with the red head, one with the blue head, and then the other one's the grass roll.
Oh, neat. So you only have. All right. So I've got 778.
Okay. You've got your obstacles first.
Oh, right. Why did I grab the bag?
Didn't whip it out fast enough, I guess.
I'm sitting here
Alright.
looking at him like, wow, that's an interesting base. Is that to show the range? Oh no, I'm just an idiot. Alright.
So is that 2 stations and a derelict, yeah?
Yeah,
You happy with those placements?
more or less, yeah.
Just move that one in slightly, and then yeah, I'll lock them for you.
Yeah, my ability to pre-plan in Star Trek is really bad compared to what I can do in HeroClix.
I haven't played HeroClix, I must admit.
They have a version on Tabletop Simulator. It's functional. Uh, I mostly complain because the figures are really crap. Like they don't have a 3D model. It's just like a stand with a picture on it, you know.
Oh, that's a shame.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it's fully playable.
Huh, interesting.
I probably know enough of the rules still to teach it to someone with only minor refreshers. But no, you can do some amazing stuff. Like I play a lot of finesse there. Like the way I built the NX, that's how I play HeroClix. I am the reason several rules have been changed.
Oh god. Okay.
There is something called the Rule of Three
Yep.
because of me and players like me, where you can only increase or decrease a stat by 3 points.
So basically
Because I
similar
found a way.
to Attack Ring then, I suppose, in that sense.
Yeah. Oh, Attack Wing took it from HeroClix because I would add 9 damage to Spider-Man and one-shot Superman with him.
Right. Okay.
Or it's like, okay, let me just bump my range up to a 14 on a 24 square map and just shoot you from places you cannot possibly hit me from.
Yikes.
Or like, oh, it's the end of my
So
turn.
now,
I'm
so
gonna give
now we know
myself
the
a
reason
30 defense.
we all have the rule of
Have
3.
fun rolling a crit.
Alright, so we've got planet
Right,
token,
so with
2
the
derelict
new,
stations, or yeah, 2
uh,
stations and a derelict
format for
ship
this
out on the map.
tournament, the person I think who doesn't have initiative gets to choose the side of the board, I believe. So it's up to you if you want to stay your side of the board or if you want to switch to the other side.
I'll stay here. It doesn't really matter to me much.
Okay.
Actually, it does matter.
No, I will place over there.
Yep.
Yeah, never mind. I'll stay here.
You sure?
Indecisive. I'll just run
Okay.
with it. If I lose, I lose.
I had planned for both scenarios,
So
it doesn't really matter to me, but yeah.
it does matter in this game that which side of the board they would start on.
So
And you'll
next
see
up
why
is
probably round 1
the
with Life of
placement
Piracy.
our ships. So what was your lowest?
Oh yeah,
Heaven.
let me turn on.
Okay, so it is actually my Khan
Sorry, I
first,
forgot.
who deploys at 6.
To do this.
Yeah, basically,
Turn on the fleet player.
the you being over there with lure and such would be a pain, but given my speed, my firing arcs, and my sensor echoes, I'm not super concerned about it.
Right, so can do range 1 of a planet. So let's go with
You only have one mine, right?
just the one, yeah.
Okay. See, one rule I've never liked that Attack Wing did was the inclusion of fighters and the inclusion of mines because they're not very Star Trek. Like fighters didn't even appear until the Dominion War.
Yeah, I know what you
And
mean.
mines have only been a thing with the wormhole and the episode where cloaked mines came from, where I forget what it was, but it was like um, where they ran into the cloaked Romulan minefield and they had to do repairs outside the
Oh
ship.
yeah, and he got stabbed in the leg. Yeah, I remember.
Hmm. Yeah.
So that's it. Khan becomes a 10 from now on,
Alrighty.
and then I'll next deploy at 8. So that is your 2 7s next.
No, no. Yeah, 7.
All right, you guys should be back
I
out of
do
that
have to be
hole.
sparing with my Latinum now that I don't have Gint.
Okay.
I think it's very possible you won't need more than the 2 that you've got.
Probably not. It goes without saying they're going on battle stations.
uh, right, so that's my 8 next. So it's Picard. Let's go with that. Picard's on his decorated Federation science vessel, even though it's a Romulan science vessel.
I almost tried to move the scimitar. I'm like, no, that's not how that works. She in the blanket again? Oh. Yeah, I figured. I'm gonna have to watch that anyway. Actually, there we go.
Okay.
Yep.
The Gressroll at 10. It's going to go
The
there.
good news for me is I'm very familiar with what most of these cards do, so I'm not gonna have a whole lot of instances of, oh, I should have done that different.
And I will do this, I think. No. You come over here, actually. Yeah, let's go with that. Right. So that's all the ships down. Let's choose a map.
Okay, I think I got the chat up and working now.
Yeah, it works for me.
I don't know why YouTube chat's giving me a heck of a time.
Here's a fun fact. Chang's Bird of Prey was the second ship I ever bought. The first was the Defiant.
Is that after a starter pack or is that before the starter pack?
After.
Okay.
I had the starter pack. Yeah, the first
Alright.
individual ships I bought were the Defiant and then Chang's Bird of Prey. And then one day, like a year or two into playing, I decided to choose one tournament to learn how to sensor echo. And as you can tell, I'm very fond of the mechanic.
I'm surprised you didn't go with a Romulan sensor echo for the scimitar, that curved one.
What do you mean?
In
Oh,
the
I don't usually.
because that's a free sensor echo in the new Romulan pack.
I'm not familiar with enough with it to have even known it existed.
You'll thank me later anyway. Next time you build, you might want to slap that in there because that's a lovely little addition, I thought.
That's true.
Plus, Chemosite tends to make this thing terrifying enough on its own. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen my Lurin Scimitar, but it is not fun.
I haven't, no.
Well, it's very fun for me. One of the guys in the group did a YouTube thing where he went over all the different card packs and sets. During the Ferengi one, I was one of the guests he had on, and
That would be me.
when we got to Lurin, the torpedoes, and Chemosite, he had me specifically trot out the scimitar, and I basically said Lurin was meant to be played on the scimitar.
Yep, that was during one of the early on Captain's Table
He doesn't
episodes.
actually make it considered a Ferengi ship,
Yeah, got
because
ya.
then I'd put Cargo Bay on there.
Yeah. Um, I'm gonna use my lure straight away.
Okay.
So I will do lure on your scimitar.
Alright.
I'll just pop that off
How
straight
does-
away. So that is. So I change the dial. I can only use a green maneuver. Can't make it fly you off the board or anything like that. But I can do
Alrighty.
green maneuver, and you're not allowed to look at it after that. So yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
Go ahead and flip it.
Yeah, I'll plug that in.
Okay. So we got lure happening. I think he was targeting. Which ship was he targeting? The Scimitar. So he's definitely going to lure him to the other side of that planet there, because I'm assuming Nick's first target is he's going to want to take out that Scimitar as soon as possible, just to get that out of play.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Right. So we've got round one. So planning phase is done. So let's get the timer going.
I'm just making sure I don't have any activation phase powers, but I don't.
Yeah, just checking the same. I don't think he's not. No, she's not. No, no, no. That's lure done. So yeah, no, we're all good to go. So it will be your sevens to activate first.
Yep.
And I'll start the timer. Good luck.
There we are. We
Okay.
are underway.
Oh, that was gentle. There's
Okay.
my action.
So the Scimitar has cloaked.
I will gauge. I will cloak.
The
You're up.
Chang's Bird of Prey has cloaked.
So actually, it's your 8 first.
Yeah, I figured.
And ooh, bump early.
That's a bump, so no action for me.
Oof. Probably better rock it forward a little bit. Locks and
I
then.
could do that.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me get an angle so I can see the shadow. There we go.
There you go. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Right. So
Do I still get free actions or no?
not
You do
after
not.
bump, no.
Okay.
Not after you bump
The bump
anyway.
is just
It's
no
been
actions.
a month or two.
Right, so my Romulan science vessel is going to do a 4 forwards, and it'll cloak.
Okay.
Yeah,
Romulan
just
Science
put
Vessel
that
is
here.
cloaked.
Bye bye 1 shield. There we go. I will then do the rest of my 10s then. So we'll get Ricard going up. So he's going to do 4 forwards and just take a battle stations. Where's my battle
Car.
stations gone? Is that it? No, that's just okay. Let's just take the battle stations. Then let's see if I judge this right. Grass roll. 1 forwards.
Nice.
Doesn't bump. Takes a battle stations. And Khan. 1 forwards. Takes a battle stations.
Oh, close too. But it's not a bump.
Oh, that is very close. Yeah, that's closer than I was hoping for. But yeah,
It's touching, but it didn't intersect.
yeah, there is actual separation. So that was very close.
Yep.
Okay, so that's activation phase done. So we move into the combat phase.
All
And this
right.
is where I do the plan A, at which point I don't have a plan B. So I'll start with Gen Khan, and I'll use Disruptor Bombardment.
Yep.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh well, never mind.
What have you forgotten?
I wasn't supposed to cloak. I was supposed to use Gowron to cloak and do a battle stations.
Oh, do it. Go for it, mate.
Okay.
Nice player there. Of course,
Yeah, so
that's
Gowron
Alright.
gives you.
that's
battle
how we
stations
usually
and then
play,
lets you do
even
the
in
action of cloak. Yeah,
a
that's
competitive tournament or a match like this.
Okie dokie.
Most players will allow you to do
And because
things
it
if you
is
forgot them,
combat phase,
which is one of the probably the better
I'm
things
going
about our
to
group.
buy a battle station.
Yes.
So using Gold Press Platinum at the start of the
Is
or
what
back
I
combat
almost reached
phase
for the green dice, and I'm like, nope, can't do that. No Gint.
got his battle station. So
So there's my forwards firing arc.
mhm.
This is not.
Here comes the disruptor bombardments.
Yeah. Okay. Let's place down the mission token. I'm not going to be able to get the other
Gotta
two
be
in
in
there.
range 2.
Yeah, so it's in range 2, so I can plop it there, but I'm
Yep.
not going to be able to grab.
As long
the,
as any part of that token is
the
in range
t-shirt
2,
all
it is
along.
considered to be in range
I
2.
lucked out hard because you'd have destroyed the Takog. Or at least ripped my shields off.
Let me know if the volume is okay for you guys in the chat.
That's,
I'm trying not
I
to
need that ship.
talk over them, but talk in the spaces.
okay, well, disruptive bombardment anyway. Let's just get it done. So we'll take 3 time tokens on it. There we go. There's a mission token. So how are we looking? So we start with a 4, and then we get the range bonus doubled because it's a range. So it's a range 1 attack effectively, but it is. Oh, that's only when I do primary. My bad. So it's a 5 dice attack. When the ship
Yep.
attacks with an upgrade that's at range, weapons upgrade at range 1, apply the range combat bonus. That's
Yep.
it.
So you
Get your 1.
get the range
So I
bonus
get-
on secondaries, and that's it. Unless you attack with the primary weapon from the Gorn Raider,
and that's
then
not
you get a double
tags.
bonus.
Okay.
So it's just 5 dice.
He's got Yar for conversion.
Okay.
I would imagine he's going to
Do I
put.
use Golden
Ooh.
Flat, or do I use Tasha? I'll use Tasha. So I'll stick 2 time tokens on Tasha.
Yeah. That way he's not putting more
Reroll
time tokens on the
3
disruptor
dice,
bombardment
in
from
this case,
Damar.
reroll the flank,
Oof.
and I'll spend the battle stations.
So it's going to be 5 straight hits at the scimitar.
And I think it's definitely a good thing you got that battle stations.
Yeah, I'll do it and take 2 damage.
Okay. So scimitar is down to 5 hull.
Okay, so that's that one spent. Next one is going to be cart. Oh no, that was cart. Damn it, that was. I'm getting myself confused now. I've done the wrong ones. All right, it's the same. It's the same
I get you.
anyway. So I can't reach with both. So let's just say that I did. I've done Khan. Now it's time to do Car. There we go. That makes sense. Right.
Yep.
So again, the mission token would be there. I'm attacking the scimitar.
Yep, should
In
be
this particular case,
6
I'm gonna
dice
get
this
extra
time around.
dice because of Car's ability, which, if Captain Skill is greater, so it'll be 6 dice for this one.
Never cease to amaze me how many good or good cards were on characters that didn't deserve them. Like,
Oh,
just the Herojin did nothing. Then I'm one of those people who thinks the Kazon shouldn't have been a faction. It should have been the Delta Quadrant faction.
well, I mean, they're sort of trying that with the newest stuff. You know, the most recent one where they've given the Delta Quadrant species a bit of a boost, but I know what you mean.
The biggest boost they did was folding Kazon into Independent with Ferengi. Because you give the Kazon Ferengi toys and it just gets ugly.
Ooh.
Okay, so standby. I've got reroll with Balana Torres or Car. Actually, I'll use Car.
Yeah, use car because you get to reroll it twice.
So reroll it once.
There you go. That's all you need.
And then I'll spend the battle stations.
6 hits.
And I won't use that ability because that's a random ability.
That is
enough.
5 hits.
Scimitar.
Destroy the Scimitar in round 1.
Round 1 casualty.
Okay, was not expecting that. That was some unfortunate rolls.
Ironically, that was just enough to destroy the Scimitar. If I'd made even one more dodge, which I don't think I have the ability to do. No. That is the Scimitar gone in 1 round.
Courtesy of Life of Piracy. Being able to set up on the other side of the planet like that.
Okay, so that's that Disruptive Bombardment. 3 time tokens on that. And I mean that's plan A. That was plan A. I don't have Disruptive Bombardment going forwards. Nor do I have Tasha Yar for a little while. So it was just and Lure as well's gone, so
Lure is the only thing that got that for you because he was going to go all the way up.
Yeah.
And I'd have been able to return fire. Well, not that turn I wouldn't have, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Okay, so end phase, time token, time token, time token.
Alright, so initiative's going to flip.
And then
So now Derek will have initiative.
dials, or do I dial? Hang on a minute. I will hold off for now. So yeah, just dials.
Alright, so
We got Chang. We got
I'm going to assume that the Gordon Raiders are going to be jumping over the planet. Not really caring if they swing around right this second into the line of fire with
an interesting nonsense.
the Klingon ships, just because he's got some time tokens that he's going to want to clear out. They would be primary weapon attacks right now anyway. But I would imagine his other ships are going to want to get into the fight. I expect his... I mean, we can see his dials, but to be honest, I'm not even looking at them. I would expect the Romulan ship to maybe do a bank, to maybe try and put a minefield in onto the right side of the board here, kind of in the middle. And then maybe his other Gordon Raider tries to hide behind that. Try and cut the board off a little bit more. So it looks like Derek's got dials down on the board. Nick is still planning. All right, looks like we've got dials
Ironically,
down.
if I had gotten to switch the Kima side on, I could have gotten out of the way of that
Yeah.
because I could have added the 2 and then been out of your range for that as well.
That's
I
true.
think so. That would have probably landed you because you would have had to have done the bank, so it would have been what back to a 3 bank, which might have been
Yeah.
there. I suspect I probably still could have got you because I just placed the token there and do
Yeah.
the extra range. Right. So it is your 7,
All right.
then
So
my
first
8.
off, gonna do Chang's free sensor echo before I move.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're gonna do Chang's actual move,
Oh, you didn't do
and
your
then
sensor
we're
echo yet,
going
did
to.
you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
It drifted a little bit. It was a 1 right forward.
Ah, to there. Right, got you.
Then I'm going to do my Gowron for a battle stations and a sensor echo.
Nice. Puts them in a nice position there.
Nice.
And I think your 8 goes if you still have one.
Yep. So it is. Picard is gonna do. Do 1 bank to the right. Just checking for range 2. Okay, I've got everybody, so I will do a Picard gives everyone at range 2, including himself, 8 battle stations. He takes 2 time tokens, but Esri makes it 1. So, battle stations for everyone.
Nice, nice, nice.
Check some. Okay, yep, I've got it. Good to know. And
Yep. And then your Takog.
did I not have a helmsman on that one? Hold on, let me check something real quick.
Yep.
Nope, didn't have a helmsman on the Chang. Okay. All right, so going to cloak as my action,
Yep.
and
Okay.
as a free action, let's see if it'll let me. Can I have range on anyone from here? No,
Takuji cloaks.
that's
I'll
fine.
get that updated.
Okay. So I will move my 10s now. So the crest roll. Where are you? Yeah, crest roll. Just a 1 forwards, but that's going to be onto the planet. So, ooh.
It shook the planet.
Now has that nudged the planet? It has, hasn't it? Crap.
I got it.
I thought I'd locked all these, but I guess I didn't.
There.
Yeah, that actually looks about right, doesn't it? Because it was
'Cause it was
just about
touching.
separated. Yeah.
Yeah, it needs to be up a little bit more, but I'm gonna get it closer than that in less than 3 minutes. And I don't care enough to spend those 3 minutes.
So I'm just nudging it up to there because that's what it's doing. It's just bumping.
Okay, so interesting strategy to bump the planet and
So that's it. No action. All
just
good.
to not get any
And
actions, kind of
Picard,
reload,
believe it or not, will be doing the same.
take some of those time tokens
So
off
just
of his weapons.
reveal that instead of.
So
Khan is going to do
they might have to measure to see if that's going to
and
be
then
obstructed or not for the attack.
the Rakar is going to do a 3 bank right.
Now Rikar's still got disruptive bombardment going. I don't think he's in a prime spot to use it though.
Possibly scan.
Just checking.
Yeah, I'll scan. Pretty sure I've got scan yet. There we go. Right. Start of combat
Shoot
phase.
first.
You got got anything you want to do in the combat phase?
Um, not particularly.
Okay, no worries. So into combat
Everything I
phase.
have happens if I shoot.
Gotcha. Yep. So let's go with. So Gressroll, no shots because Disruptive Bombardment is on cooldown. Khan possibly does. Yes. I've got a range 3 on Chang. So I might as well take it.
You need to measure.
No, wrong dice. There we go. Ooh. Let's get rid of him. Ooh, where's he gone? There we go.
He was floating.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take a pot shot on Chang. So we'll do.
I'm gonna sensor echo with a 3 up. A what now?
What's he shooting? What's his
All right.
God.
They should have measured this before they fired, just to just double check to see if it's
So it is battle station
just in case to see if
three,
it's
and I
blocked or not.
believe it is 3
Um,
dice because I'm not at range 1. So have it. 1. I think you're okay.
Okay.
Yep. Gonna
Just.
Sure.
convert that blank to an evade, so that's 4.
Chang's
All
bird
right
of
then.
prey definitely evades it.
Next up, Rakar. Ah,
I'm sure if they would have measured it, probably would have passed. Looking at it from this direction, but you never know.
Yeah, bombardment as well.
yeah. Question is, can it reach the cog? I think it might be able to.
Don't know. I don't think so.
I'm gonna try it anyway.
So a cool fact about
I'm
tabletop
gonna go
simulators,
time
while he's got the
to-
range 2 range bubble on, he could have turned on the range 1 bubble for the Takag to see if it would have gotten it,
there,
or he could do it now.
and then all I
I
need.
thought it had to be completely within the radius.
No, it's the same when placing mines. You can, as long as it's still
Yep,
like.
as long as the sliver is in range 2, it is considered range
So-
2.
Either my judges were wrong or they changed something.
You're still safe with the Takog. It's not range 1 for Takog, but it is definitely range 1 for Chang. So I will do attack on Chang.
So we're doing disruptor bombardment. He's gonna get a +1 attack dice out of
So
this
we're
with Rakar.
We're doing
So we're
all
talking
standard,
4, 5 dice,
then
and then a
Gordon
6
sensors adds
6
an extra
dice
one,
with Gordon sensors.
and Rakar himself says when I'm using a upgrade that's not Romulan, I get an extra dice as well. So that's 6.
And I only roll 4 dice this time because of scan. Go ahead.
That is true. Right, so rolling. That is just about okay because I can reroll 2 with Rakar's ability.
So rerolling 2. So we got
This will be me losing the Chang
2 hits.
Stations.
unless I
Oof.
get all 4 of these.
So 5 hits and a crit. We've got 1 evade,
Got
Which
2
I
evades,
just did.
battle stations, yes. So
4 evades.
also
Hit,
hit.
crit.
Yeah.
Hit and a crit to Chang. Chang hangs on by 1 hull.
Crit first. Something good. Power disruption. Oh no, I get an off.
Yeah, you can live with that.
I've never dealt with Oxes before. It's not like I'm, a player who revolves around them. What will I do?
In fairness, I think it's when dealing damage, it's supposed to be the crits last.
Oh, it is? I thought
Yep.
it was crits first.
Nope, it is crits last. So you pull your damage and then flip the crit.
Injured captain.
That's arguably worse.
The Ox then.
arguably
No
worse than the power
presets are
disruption.
right. My turn.
So I think he's going to let Chang
Um,
attack, which is
I'm
only
gonna
right.
shoot at Khan. Give him the Nox.
Thought you might. So take an orcs.
Okay.
2 hits and a crit. Whoops. There we go.
Okay. Defense. What do we get? We get.
He
Oh yeah,
converted that one
the
from Wharf,
smudgy
so
Gorn ships.
2 hits
We
and a
get
crit.
1 defense dice, and that is it. So let's see what we get.
Battle station.
And we have a battle stations, and I might as well spend it. So
1 evade.
1 evade, which is a hit and a crit, so that's 2 shields.
2 shields on Khan.
Alrighty.
And in terms of cloaking, do you decloak or are you doing
Nope.
something to stay
It was
cloaked?
a torpedo. That
Yep.
was a torpedo.
Torpedo on Chang's,
Oh,
he stays
Bird of
cloaked.
Prey never does. Yeah.
Did you
If Chang's Bird of Prey fires a torpedo, it doesn't decloak.
yeah, no, sorry, I was getting confused. I thought, why didn't you use Warp? And then I realised it's because there was the battle stations you couldn't convert.
Well, no,
He did
I
use
had
Wharf.
hit, miss, crit, battle stations, so that
Yeah.
became 2 hits and a crit.
Because of
This
Warp,
middle
yeah.
one was a miss, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did use it. He got used.
Right, so end phase. Take all of that away. I'm sure you'll be surprised that I didn't shoot with my science vessel, you know. All 1 dice of it.
You'd be surprised how many times 1 dice has carried the day. Like if you'd shot Chang and I'd rolled all battle stations, that's it. Killed Chang with the science vessel.
Alright, so,
Right, I'm going to place a mine.
yep, we're going into the planning.
So, within range 2. But it can't be within range 2 of your ships. So, ooh. Don't have a lot of room to work with there. Really should have put it down last time.
I was surprised you didn't.
Yeah,
So.
I was going to slap it around here, but yeah, I might have got greedy there.
That's the thing with mines. You really have to lay them out at the start of the game or you're not getting anything with them. Because once battle's joined, you're not going to have the room.
So I'm just going to...
I've seen some people hold on to their mines, and then a lot of people, when they place mines, always think in the forward thought. You want to put mines out in front of you. You want to put mines out in front of you. When you're jousting, you can reach behind you and place those mines.
It'd have to double check that the
Or you can place them on top of your ship as long as you're out of range.
Most of my Ferengi ships don't.
Yeah. So, alright, now we can do diets. Oh yeah, time to open up a card. Alright.
And the only reason I haven't been placing my time tokens is because I have them set up so that unless something happens to my cards, I always have a torpedo available.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Cloak Mine
Now, if
says
someone insists,
range
I
2
will,
in
but
any
that's
direction.
An extra step that nobody needs.
So you don't have to place them out in front of you, especially if you're doing a joust. So you could have a enemy ship within range 1 of you in the front, as long as you can shoot your mines out the back and keep it within out of range 2 of that ship. You should be golden, and then all of a sudden they're going to be running into it when you guys pass each other if you survive the initial joust. That is much harder to do these days with a lot of these newer cards coming out, but it's still not improbable. Alright, so to think of what they're going to do, We can see Nick Styles here is he's the one who recorded the video for us.
There we go.
So I suspect
That'll do.
that Derek's not going to go full bore crazy here. I do foresee him moving forward just a little bit and then doing a sensor echo off to the right side of our screen, probably with both ships. So, interesting matchup so far. Life of Piracy definitely playing a hand in this game, especially at the front where
Okay,
it
so
destroyed the
right, succession
Scimitar
planning
in
phase.
round one.
Right, you good to go?
Yeah.
Okay, so any start of activation phase, or is that
I think. Yes, I will give myself a scan on the Tacog. This time I will use the time tokens. Alright.
okay? So you're 7.
Oh, does it bang or is that a hard turn? It's a
I
hard turn.
will battle stations and evade. Actually, I will battle stations. Yeah, I will battle stations and evade. Never mind.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
8 now.
Yes, you're 8 first.
Alright, let me just check here. Yep, okay, so roll your dice.
Oh, was that in? Was it? Okay.
Huh?
That was in.
One less because I have a scan. Yeah.
Oh yeah, where's the scan gone? Is that under the?
I haven't put it up yet because I'm not done moving.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So just
It's
the
one
2.
less token to move. Yeah.
Ooh.
That is a hit. A crit.
Ooh.
Direct hit.
That is a good thing it's not a Burrell.
Yeah. Okay, so my free action, since I'm already in the damn minefield, be to go right here. And my action will be a target lock.
It's probably a good action in this case.
Okay. So I'm gonna move that. I wish you weren't there because Picard is about to slam right into the side of you. Like so. So no battle
Shouldn't have
stations.
placed a mine.
No battle stations for everyone this time. It's unfortunate. Let's get Rakar going then. So Rakar, you're doing a 2 to the right,
Okay.
and you are going to just take a battle stations, I guess.
Why is Ricard a 10? Oh, I see. Never mind. I see it.
Yep. So Khan is going to do a 4 forwards,
Okay.
and he's orced, so no action there. And Car is going to do a 4 forwards, He, on the other hand, will do a
Let's see what he's trying to do.
Bible stations, I guess.
All good actions
Okay.
so far.
So, combat phase.
Yep.
So nothing with the two Gorns up here. My little raider down here, though, is painfully out of range 1, which means I don't get my Gorn sensors. So, Ricard, again, he's only set up for a secondary weapon. Bombardment's on cooldown, so I can't see any other way to get more than 3 dice against Chang. So 3 against 3.
Okay.
We're getting. You're okay.
I will spend the battle stations on that.
Oh wait, I need more dice.
So we got 3
I don't know
hits
why I thought I only had
coming out to
3.
Chang. I think this might be the end of Chang.
Oh, that works.
Okay.
4 evades.
Chang
That's
survives.
That's
Turn.
just showing off.
Indeed it is. Okay. So. Because we can, I'm going to put 2 time tokens on core, and we're going to play with your science vessel. That is not a time token. There we go. Okay. So go ahead and aux your science vessel.
I feel like that Orcs is not going to affect it because, you know, it needs to be alive for it to be effective.
So 5 dice.
So,
You know what? Get rid of the aux. I'm gonna hit him with my primary. Because it doesn't matter, but the primary will get me 6 dice this turn.
yeah, okay.
Alright.
Plus,
And the plus the scan.
if this card is equipped to a Klingon ship, which it is, you get to add an extra hit on top of that as well, don't you?
Yep. I certainly do.
So, taking the Orcs away.
Nope, 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 nope. So that is 4 hits. I don't think I have anything else that'll boost that.
So I get, 2 standard. Then I would get another 4, but you've got to scan. That is not the right dice. So it is 5 dice.
5 dice, and you need at least 2 evades.
Here we go.
Or you need to evade.
2 evades.
Not that. That
One,
is
two.
evades.
That is death. 1.
So that is the science vessel gone.
Bye bye card.
Yeah, do I get mined again leaving the field or no?
Depends. If you remain in range 1 by the end of your movement, then yes. But if you are clear of it, then no, you're fine.
That is correct.
Let's see, who do I want to hit? I'm gonna go after Chang again with the bird of prey. That is 4 dice.
Which one are you going after? Sorry, you're going after Khan.
Yes.
Yeah, gotcha.
Come here, buddy. Hey, bird ball.
Two crits.
Nice, that is 2 hits, 2 crits.
2 hits, 2 crits.
This is death unless I can get an evade.
Yep. And it still might be if you get direct hit.
Nope, that is dead.
There he goes.
So
Khan
let's
is
do this
out.
in order. So shield is 1, then hit and 2 crits. 1. Engine room fire. Stunned helmsman.
Oof.
Owie.
Probably the worst crit in the game, but it won't matter in this case as he is off
Didn't
the
use the target
board.
lock, but I also didn't need it. Come on, kitten.
So
Get
the
there.
score, as it stands currently, is Derek 56, Nick 43. So Derek is in the lead with this one.
Okay, so that is a dead Khan.
The roommate's kitten is a four-legged shadow. It's impossible to see him in the dark. Alright, now.
Like I said,
things get interesting.
spongy. Spongy Gorn Raiders.
Alright, so we're going into the next round.
Time token off.
Initiative
Of
flips, time tokens are
time
off.
token off of Blue Gorn Raider.
So Carr has Disruptor Bombardment back.
And token.
Ricard's still got a turn
Right
for
side
that turns
base
on.
gold.
Jane's Bird of Prey is barely hanging on with one hull left. The Taco G has got 4 hull left on it, I believe. And then we got the Gressrail that's got 3 hull, 4 shields. And then the other Gorn Raider has still got 3 hull, 3 shields. So both Gorn Raiders are at full health. So now it becomes about maneuvering and who's going to go where. And the question is,
Busting you up a bit.
does Derek dare to just stay inside the minefield
Yeah.
and try and take those?
It's
To maybe stay,
like I said, it's just reinforced.
maybe just to keep the Ricard in his forward firing arc.
I mean, a science
And then
vessel
does
loading, that's no news to anyone, but
does Chang's Bird of Prey do a come about maneuver here, or think about doing a come about maneuver?
I don't know if this might be my first time.
Maybe to
playing
come
it.
back and face
No, I don't think it is.
face Ricard or Carr coming around the planet there. Just a lot of interesting things that could happen here. Same thing with Nick. I think
I don't like how point and click the Gorn can be. At least when you play the Tholians, you need a lot of them or a lot of time to make the web viable.
I did play around with that idea as well with Life of Piracy, but you're right, too much time needed.
Well, I did like 6 Tholian vessels, and since they don't have to be interconnected webs, just however many, by the second turn you have 10 dice webs.
So planning
Then
phase
it's
is
just like,
planning phase is done. Activation phase. What we got? You're 7 then.
let's check here. Okay, we're good. We're going to
all right, here we go.
target lock.
So Chang's did a 1 forward, kind of was suspected, other than the 4 come about. He's going to utilize his rear arc to fire those torpedoes.
You're 8 next.
So does the Taco G also has a rear firing arc?
Yep.
So the question is, will he
And now we're going to do my
keep Ricard in that arc? Ooh,
just
okay.
like so. And then my action, which will be a target lock. Why?
Actually, Chris, Tholians are not considered auxiliary power, or auxiliary ships. They are the only ships that are not considered to be in that category.
Slightly victimized.
The rules card says non-Tholian ships are considered auxiliary ships.
Let's get
And Tholians might be getting some love here
out of the fight currently.
in the future. I can't say far or near.
Battle stations.
I don't think he's got range on me.
I don't.
He has range.
Okay. Something, I guess.
It's range 3, but it's range.
And then Ricard
Right.
is going to do a 1 forwards, which may or may not have got me. It has got me the range 1. That's that's also quite handy. That's also just going to be battle stations.
Okay.
All
And
right.
then we move into the combat phase.
Indeed.
So
Okay,
Uh,
this is going to be a very important combat phase for Derek here. The question is, can his combined
Alright,
might
let's.
take Ricard, or can Ricard
So if I go.
destroy Chang's bird of prey before he can fire?
Okay, so I could bombard.
Ooh,
Okay, Car's
Car's got a shot
bombardment is
too.
back, so I might as well give the bombardment a go. How is Chang doing? Chang's not doing too well, is he? He's got one hull.
They both got one hull left.
Okay.
Oh, they both have one hull left. Let's
Yeah, okay.
change that.
I'll use the bombardment. So I'll take the 3 time tokens. I will slap it down at range 2. But yeah, that pretty much guarantees it.
There it is.
So it's car shooting, so this will be 6 dice because of car's higher captain skill. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wrong dice. My bad. Force a habit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, rolling.
Ooh,
I will
3
use
hits.
Torres for this blank.
Nice,
I'll
and
use
then
Car for this blank.
yep, Car can re-roll this twice.
And I'll re-roll him a second time. And I'll spend the battle station.
There you go. That's how you do it.
Alright, and
So
that is
6
a kill
hits,
for you.
3 evades, but
Not
not.
for lack
And I'll
of trying,
spend
though.
yes, 2 hits.
Has that got Klingon cloaking device?
It-
No, it doesn't. Oh, yes it does.
It does, but
So that converts as
that's
well.
still
And yeah,
Still
Yeah.
enough.
just the one though. One sneaks through.
Yep.
That's all he needed.
alright.
Chang's bird of prey is out.
And now things get interesting. Because I don't think you have a shot on me anymore.
No. Ricard
So
shot.
Nick is up to 81
Alright,
points.
So what is that? 4 dice? 4
To
dice.
Derek's
Let's
56.
Go ahead and ox yourself.
I am oxed.
And I'm gonna re-roll all 4 of those.
Okay. So re-rolling with the target lock. 3
Oh,
hits and a
that's
crit.
That works. This is a secondary weapon, so no range bonus, so I will use my very highly coveted 1 dice defense.
Alright.
Lovely.
So that's 4 damage onto
Two
Ricard.
Shields down and a crit.
So this is on 3 shields and a crit.
Yep.
And it is a console fire.
Okay.
How will you
Not the worst crit in the world to have. Much better than a stunned helmsman or direct hit, in my opinion.
and that is the end of that round.
That is, and that's all my time tokens stripped. So,
Alright, so switching initiative again.
End phase, take that away. 1 time token off there, 1 time token.
Initiative switching. Time tokens coming off, going into the planning phase. Derek looks like he's already got a dial down on the board. Nick has got 2 dials to get land.
disabled the weapons for that shot.
Yeah,
Okay.
so the advanced weapon system gets disabled to remain cloaked for the Taco G.
If nothing else, I'm giving a good fight.
Now it becomes a cat and mouse game.
Yeah, I mean,
They're going to chase each other around the planet, I feel.
considering the amount of bombardments you've taken, yeah, definitely.
So I believe Ricard's bombardment is now back as well. So if he can get Ricard into position, maybe not this turn,
That helmsman really helped with the
Another
minefield, 'cause
turn.
That might have first round without me ever firing a shot.
Mm.
All right. It'll be interesting to see what Nick's going to do here. I think he's got the game in control or he's in control of the game right now, I should say. Um, Definitely the planet's going to play a factor here. Carr doesn't have a bombardment. He's got 2 time tokens on it still. Ricard just got his bombardment back. So Ricard is the one that is to the south of the planet, closer to the bottom of the screen. So the question is, where does Ricard go? Does he maybe try to do a come about and try and guess where the Taco G is going to sensor echo to, or does he just try and meet the? Does he try and pincer and have Carr come down south, have Ricard go north, and cover both bases that way? Now the Taco G is going to be limping along with one hull, so it's not going to take much. Uh, for the holodeck grid, you have to reach out to Nick, Mr. OK, in the
Yeah,
Discord.
that's
It's
fine.
his table,
So planning phase done.
so
Activation.
he'll be able to point you in the right
Yep.
direction.
Yeah, I'll do the helmsman. I don't know if it's gonna do
All
me
right.
any good, but I'll do it
He
anyway.
may do one better and just share the file with you. Um,
Right.
he's the one who actually designed all the shield tokens for us. So the ship class shield tokens.
It's this way. Oh, that's a bump. So let's undo that. Which will be to re-enable advanced weapons.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay. So Gressroll is going to do a one forwards. Take a battle stations.
Interesting.
And
This is the move I'm more interested in doing.
going to do a 2 forwards. Play
Really?
orcs and repair the console fire.
Okay. Interesting.
And that is that for that round, I think.
So initiative is switching
I'm
back
set up for
again.
next round already.
Okay. Combat phase. So time token off. Bombardment.
So bombardment's got 1 time token left on Carr. Again, Ricard is free. So I think it's now more clear where Derek's going to go. He is going around the planet like I thought. I'm surprised that Nick did a forward instead of bank. Maybe it's the Gorn Raiders that don't have a green bank.
Now,
Pretty sure they do.
2 seconds.
Let's see here.
Oh, wow, there's still 23 minutes left. I'm sitting here thinking we're down to like 7 or something.
It feels like it, doesn't it? Right.
All right.
It just goes to show, it's like I tell people, win or lose, my matches are not long.
Trying to work this distancing out. It's not going to work, is it? Okay, alright, we'll just do it that way then. That's a different way of doing it, but
The funny thing is, I could play this smart or I could play this like a Klingon. Either way, it's gonna be over quick because I have 1 hit that I can take. But I'm also quite capable of taking you out in a couple of shots.
oh yeah, I'm spongy. As previously mentioned, very spongy. So I have to make sure every hit counts. Right, ready on your...
Alright, so no activation phase this time. We're going to do one of these. will evade this turn.
Okay. Rakar is going to do a come about and take an orcs, and the grass roll is going to do a come about
James
and
cut
take
me.
an orcs.
First he wanted pizza, and their frozen pizzas are. Oh, I just got you like a little tub of ice. Not like a little, but like
No
a tub of
actions
Death by
for you.
Chocolate because.
Right. We move into the combat phase, where I believe
If you're sure you want to do that this round.
nothing there. There will be a really pathetic 3 dice shot from the
All right.
grass roll against the Tacog.
So,
One, two,
just a reminder, all he needs is one dice to go through, and that would be
so
game.
it will be, yeah, 3
He's got an
dice,
uphill battle to get that one dice through.
and I will use car. Oh no, it's 4 dice. Sorry, because I've got car, haven't I?
Yep, good
So
call.
I'll just roll that one before I decide what.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'll use car's reroll on this one
Yep, use Carr versus Balana.
for 2 hits, 2 crits.
Okay. And it's not enough.
That is enough.
No.
That is just enough.
No, he had 4. He's got 3
Yes, you've been
evades.
range 2, that
Oh,
would
okay, just enough to miss it. Okay. Whew.
because I wouldn't have had that extra evade die.
Yeah.
I understand.
Okay. Well,
And
that's
that opens up my scanny boys.
All right.
end phase. Time to open off.
So now both Gordon Raiders have Disruptive Bombardment turned on.
I did one bombardment, then I did one forward, 2. And then 1A, yeah, okay. I was literally trying to work out in my mind. I thought I got that bombardment back very quickly, but yeah.
Oh no, we've been drifting around for a while now. I'm gonna change this real quick. Know what I want to do with it. Play today.
Okay. Over to you.
Alrighty. We're gonna start off with a 1 green forward. And then we're gonna free action Sensor Echo. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna action. And that action will be to evade. Also, I'm gonna reactivate my scanny boys again. Now I will do the drifties. Regret that. Oh well. That's gonna cost me the game, probably.
So Rakar's gonna do a bank, clear the orcs, take a battle stations, and you have probably bumped Car though. Car's just gonna do a yep, slam straight into you. Does clear the orcs though, but yeah, that is no action for Car.
More importantly, I do have a shot.
Okay.
Assuming you don't take me out this round.
So combat phase.
Hold on a second.
Oh yeah.
Within 20 minutes. That's how long the timer is. I don't think it'll last that long.
I'm gonna finally use the special combat bonus thing that the Gaunt sensors give me a primary weapon. So
Okay.
Car is shooting. So it starts with 3. So I go 1, 2, 3. Then I get Gaunt sensors. So it would be range 1, but it doubles it, and then I get Car giving me 6.
Okay.
So it's 6 dice, no
See
battle
this shot?
stations, but I've got passive rerolls, so. Okay, so car allows me to reroll one twice, so I'll do. Nope. Yes, and then I'll use Balana for this one.
And that's gonna probably seal the deal unless I get a perfect die roll. No.
No.
And that's game. Congrats.
Cheers. Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, what would I have gotten here with 5 dice? Just for my own benefit. It wouldn't have killed you because I don't have that many dice, but nothing. I'd have gotten 3 hits, which isn't even enough to drop all your shields.
Yeah, it was pretty hard ask once you lost
Well, the thing was originally I was gonna turn and then censor it. I'm like, no, I'm gonna
All right, so that is
get outside your range,
the game.
and I should have done it too.
Derek taking the win with 120, with Nick taking 56 points himself. You can definitely tell that Life of Piracy played a role in this game, starting out on the other side of the planet and then Disruptor bombarding and destroying the scimitar in round one. So definitely took a role in this game. So with that, I'll leave it here. Thank you everybody for joining me for today's live stream. Um, there will be another live stream tomorrow, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to put that into the schedule here, and that will be another cool matchup. That one's got Jacob versus another one of our other players.
Bump the girlfriend off to do the match because
So,
schedule's weird.
all right, guys, take care.